it. I need to get some grip tape, gotta get my stick made. Maybe get some pads, play goal, make a sick save. No pads, and I'll mix them out of thick tape. Yeah, it was kinda ghetto, but we were just kids, eh? If your childhood was like mine was.
Welcome to another Coach Johnny video. In this video, I will cover angles, what it means, and how to apply it. If you haven't done so already, I would suggest watching or following up with my other two videos on orders of movement and landmarks. They are fundamentals on which angles are built on. Angle tends to consist of being square to the puck and lined up from the center of the net outwards. Head, shoulders, hips, and feet are all pointed at the puck and should be equal distance from the crease's perimeter. If you imagine a line from the center of the net to the puck, that line should intersect through the center of the goalie. This is the key points to trying to get correct angle to a shot. Now, to have the correct angle, the goalie must also be between the shot and the net, facing outwards from the center of the net. A goalie can be square to the puck, but not in correct angle if you are not intersecting this imaginary line from the center of the net to the shot. So we put the potential shot on any of the landmarks mentioned in my previous video of landmarks and how to use them. We would have to be square to the puck and on one of these imaginary lines. Now you can see how the goalie has maximized their body frame and to be in the most opportune spot to have the potential of making the save. There's a bit more to this as the depth has many factors and so do potential plays. By adding the correct depth to the situation, we give the goalie the maximum potential to make a save in the correct position. I will go over depth and depth management in an upcoming video. But for now, just remember, being square to the puck with the correct angle gives you the potential to make a save. And when combined with proper depth, gives you the best chance to make a save or potential saves on that play or potential plays. But first, we have angle, then depth. Quite often, I'm sure you've heard the term square to the shot. This means that the goalie was presenting as much body as possible to the shot and therefore taking away as much net as possible. If you watch some of my other videos on order of movement, this means our steering wheel or the center of the stick blade is pointed at the shot along with the rest of our body, and thus we are square to the puck. A goalie whose shoulders and hips are pointing at the puck is trying to be square to the puck shot as much as possible. This illustration shows the scoring area the puck has in gray, the goalie skates in blue, the stick blade in red, and the goalie's vision in a yellow cone. As you can see by the illustration on the left, the goalie's skates and stick blade are not pointing at the puck, even though he or she is looking at it. Therefore, the goalie may feel they are square to the puck, but they are not. Thus, they show more net to the shooter than I would like. Quite often, beginners make this mistake and do what is commonly referred to as staying flat. In essence, the goalie is staying flat to the goal line, even if their depth or position changes, as you can see here. Now if you look at the image on the right, you can see the goalie's skates and sticks are pointed at the puck along with their vision. This goalie may feel square to the puck, and technically they are, but it looks wrong, does it not? This goalie is still giving up space to a shot in the shooter because they do not have the correct angle. In both examples, the goalie is giving the shooter and shot about the same amount of net to score on, because in both examples, the goalie's body or frame is not square to both the shot and the crease, and therefore is not on that intersecting line from the center of the net to the shot. This is commonly referred to as not having correct angle. But as you can see here, it has a few elements. It's not just where the goalie is on the ice in relation to the shot and the shooter. Okay, we have established what angle is. Now to try and show you how to use it efficiently and correctly. We want to work on the premise angle over depth for now. This is to avoid what is called chasing space. But let's start with a good way to check that the goalie is always facing at the correct angle. So let's start simple. Here is a potential shot. In order for the goalie to be at the correct angle, they must be on the imaginary line from the center of the net to the puck, shown here, along with the scoring area in gray again. So let's put the goalie skates in blue, the stick blade in red, and their vision in the yellow cone again. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the goalie must be square to the puck. Thus, their head, shoulders, hips, skates, and stick blade should be pointed at the puck and intersecting the line of the shot. Now, if we also use the crease and other landmarks as visual cues, we can hopefully achieve correct angle and frame of body. If the goalie is facing the shot but their feet are not equal distance from the edge of the crease, either in front or behind them, then chances are they've lost the correct angle. By being able to see the edges of the crease in our peripheral vision and keep our shoulders, hips, and feet equal distance from the edge, the goalie should find themselves in correct angle at almost all times for most situations. So if everything is correct, the goalie now has correct angle, as you can see here. And if I put the puck on any of the landmarks and the goalie in the proper angle, you can see how body angle changes in relation to the goal line. Thus, our goalie is no longer staying flat. Now, the final piece of the puzzle is how to move and maintain correct angle. Let's go back to the order of movements points and apply them as the puck moves along with the correct type of basic movement. By combining these guidelines, we can help make our movements easier, and with use of our landmarks and possibly some small adjustments as the goalie moves, we should be able to maintain proper angle. So the puck moves, and for sake of simplicity here, we will move the puck from one landmark to another. As the puck is moving, the goalie should be tracking the puck with their head, so we're keeping with the order of eyes and head. Now the next piece is stick blade. So the goalie rotates the stick blade to face and point to the puck's new position. This should rotate the goalie's shoulders and gloves if they are moving correctly. Since it's a small distance that the puck has moved, we're going to select shuffle as the best movement for this situation. As the goalie shuffles, his hips should begin to square up to the rest of their body. This takes a small adjustment in the feet during the shuffle to make it happen. The goalie should then be able to arrive at the next intersecting line here with both feet, hips, and shoulders not only square to the puck, but also equal distance from the edge of the crease. Now the goalie has maintained proper angle throughout the movement. Okay, let's apply the same steps over a larger movement and watch how it plays out. We will move the puck way over here this time. Now the goalie will track the puck and turn their heads to establish visual contact. Again, the stick blade's face is rotated to point at the puck, and shoulders and gloves should follow suit. Upper body is now square to the puck, and since it's a large distance that must be covered in order to arrive in the center of the shooting cone, we're going to use a T-push for this situation. Since I'm just trying to illustrate angle in this video, we will not move the way you might expect at this point. In some situations this movement is correct, and in others it's not necessarily the best option. But for the sake of demonstration, we will stay with this example. Remember I said angle first, then depth? So let's achieve angle here. Our destination line is here, and our goalie's upper body should now be pointing at the puck. So in order to do a T-push, the front foot and hips rotate to where they want to go. With a good strong push from the back foot, our goalie should be able to cover this distance in one movement. As the goalie arrives, they should be stopping with the gliding or front foot, and should be able to come to a complete full stop on this one foot. Only once they have stopped does the power foot recover under the body and finish squaring up the hips to the puck. Now, if all of this was done correctly, it still may require a small adjustment in the feet, but the end goal here is to be square with the puck and the crease outline and on the intersecting shot line. They are now in the correct angle for the next shot. But they are not necessarily in the correct position. They can now add depth if there is time before a shot, or they could have incorporated the depth into a movement beforehand and done their depth management. I will cover depth in another video. Alright, in summary, we have the keys to having a correct angle. The body must be centered on the imaginary line between the shot and the center of the net. Your head, shoulders, gloves, sticks, hips, and feet must be pointed at the puck, both during the movement and at the end of the movement. This is to ensure that we are square to the shot at all times. Both your feet must be equal distance from the edge of the crease, either in front or behind the goalie's feet, in order to ensure when we finish our movement we are square. We use visual cues such as the crease, the ringette crease, or other landmarks to make sure we do this correctly. By following the orders of movements, we find this helps. If we lead with our head, then our eyes, and then our stick. A small adjustment in the feet when we arrive at the destination to square up the body helps us get proper angle. Remember, this video is an illustration of angle. You must add depth either during or after the movement to finish with correct position. I will cover depth in another video. As always, this has been another Coach Johnny production. I hope you found it useful and helpful. Give a like or a subscribe, or feel free to share this video with someone that you know needs it. And we'll have more videos to follow as we go.
I need to get some grip tape, gotta get my stick made. Maybe get some pads, play goal, make a 6 save. No pads and I'll mix them out of thick tape. Yeah, it was kinda ghetto, but we were just kids, eh? If your childhood was like mine was, when that song comes on, you still get that buzz. And you know what to do, it doesn't matter where you was. Get the beer, get the chips, and just turn it on up.